Hello, I think I did it all.
You're a legend. You're a genius.
Did I get it? I think we did it all.
I hope so. I was about to say we're not recording, but we were. We started recording 6 minutes ago.
Easy.
God, it was like I'd literally forgotten that
That's
we'd
all
done
it
it on
takes.
Audacity.
That's all it takes. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Poddy C, episode number 63. That was fun to say. Officially,
Unofficially, it all rhymes.
the best podcast on the internet. That was a really fun little intro. Poddy C number 63, brought to your ears from him and me.
Recorded on Audacity.
In our
SubPar, but in HD.
You should go to merch, get hoodie.
Get hoodied.
Get hoodied. Get hoodied, everybody. Make sure that you get hoodied. Cole, are you hoodied today?
Yeah, I am actually. I'm wearing the white
not.
hoodie. It has got a slight stain of egg just above the left
People
breast.
can see you.
What? I'll remember one day.
People can
Because then they can
see
see my hair, which is wiry and...
It's very long. Your
increasingly
hair has
loose.
become long of itself.
Do you reckon long? Like, I can't really see behind there. Is
Yeah.
it?
That's
Is
like...
it longer than yours? It's thick, isn't it?
Is it longer than mine? I don't think so yet. It's definitely thicker at the back. Like that. It's definitely kind of... Look at that. Mate, I could get a
Now-
fistful of that.
The frustration is, if I could just get a bit of that, move it over there, I'd be really confident in and of myself. And yet, it's all back there.
And yeah, that's
Yeah.
where it is. It's hanging out around the back.
Around the back. It's
Around
too
the
cool
back.
to hang out at the front.
Exactly. There's a picture further down. Spoilers, everybody, of Cole's hair, which is very exciting.
Ooh.
It's honestly the longest I have ever seen it. I would say.
It's lockdown hair, though. Jorby's the same. And if Jorby hasn't
Yeah.
had a haircut, I can get away with it. Because he's a lot more established than I am in this world.
Yes, very fair, very true, and I hope it continues that way. I actually have a haircut booked in for
Do you?
2 weeks, 3 weeks, an amount of weeks
Ooh.
that is not today. When is it? I'm looking. I've got a thing in my calendar for pubs reopen.
Yeah, that's the 12th.
I've got blood the day before, so I'm giving blood the day before. It's May the 11th. I'm having my haircut.
Oh, good luck to you. Are you
Yeah.
going to get it too short?
There is that theory, right? Like, get it past
Yeah.
the point where you want it, and then you
Exactly.
can match it a little bit later on. Like, it will then get down to a nice level when you can then see people.
That's the theory.
I don't know. I feel like I'm going to get it to, like... Because I've had one haircut in the last year, which is sort of roughly where I was previously when I had long hair. And so I don't know... I don't know how long I'm going to have, or how short I'm going to have it cut to. I don't know the theory. I didn't really think of it until now. Now I'm having a bit of a
Oh,
crisis.
sorry. I didn't mean to crisis
Oh,
you, mate. I didn't mean to
Christ.
clipper crisis you. I'm sorry.
You think they use clippers on my hair?
What do they use? Shears?
No, yeah, they use shears, mate. They use shears, and I go to an artisanal barber, and they chew it.
They chew what? They chew your
They
weird
chew
hair?
the ends, yeah. And they chop it down.
We played some Minecraft with a streamer called Catstrike yesterday, everybody.
Yes.
Stumpy, it's his new plan to teach me and teach her Minecraft. And I've got to say, Stumpy was an amazing teacher. But the reason I bring it up is that I did notice your Peep Show reference of
Thank
I
you.
want to chew your weird hair. But I didn't want to say, oh, I got that reference at the time because
Yeah, 'cause-
it just,
oh, what did Kat
the conversation
say?
moved on.
I forgot what she said. She was saying, "Oh, she was in the boat behind me."
Yeah, that was
I'm
it.
smelling your hair.
She's brilliant, by the way. If anybody hasn't seen this, make sure you check out Catstrike on Twitter and Twitch, etc.
Yeah, she's great.
Check out the VOD of us playing with her. Stumpy played with her the week before, and I joined this time. And I've got to say,
There's a
I
lot
know we're
in
veering
there.
wildly off script right now. There is a lot.
it.
It's weird. Like, you would think, if I was to design the UI of
Mm-hmm.
Minecraft, I'd make it so... I want to build a hammer,
Mm-hmm.
and I'd click on hammer, and it would say, you need one more wood.
Mm-hmm.
Then I go and get the wood. But they do it by grids and dragging, and then you drag the thing while the
Mm-hmm. Into
thing's
the
still
shape
there.
of the thing, yeah.
It's bloody weird. But I guess at the start, that was part of the exploration. And then
I
over
think
time...
so.
Do people love that?
What I really like is that I didn't even consider that was weird. That's just how it is. That's just how it do
is.
be.
Yeah.
You can though. You can. There's a little book now that's on there that was added, like,
Yeah.
I think, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago. So I say nowadays, but like a little while ago. And what you can do is you click that, and you click what you want to make. So you can search, I don't know, door. You'll then click door,
That's
and it'll
how I
have
did it.
grayed out like what you need. And you're like, oh,
Yeah.
that's a plank. I know how to make a plank. And you go from that. But I don't know, shaped crafting to me has just always been in there. And it was so fun just like teaching stuff, but equally There are things that either have been added that I don't know about, or stuff that I didn't think needed explaining that obviously definitely did because you've not played it before.
Spacebar underwater, but you were just watching me going, "Why aren't you not drowning, Cole?"
Yeah.
So, I'm looking up and pressing W. What's happening?
I just completely forgot that wouldn't be a thing, but then the looking up and pressing W makes sense. But in my head, I'm like, well, that just means you move forward. That's always the forward button. That just means that you're drowning at an angle instead.
Drowning at an angle. The new album by Stumpy Goblin.
Very, very good game. And Cole, I hope that you enjoyed it so far because we've got some more stuff that we want to be doing in there as well.
Yeah, so after we'd finished the stream, actually maybe it was after we'd said goodbye to Catstrike and we were still on stream, I can't remember, but I said that I think going forward I'd need something to aim for, even if it's something little, like we're going to fetch the Joseph flower, and to do that you have to first get this much iron. Do you know what I mean? Like just so there's something that we're working towards, I think I'd need. Yeah, but as soon as we have that, it was really fun. It was more fun than I thought it would be, I will be honest. It was a laugh. It was a laugh.
Very good.
Laugh.
Yeah, it's one of those games where there are literally no objectives. And I know that like that's not your typical game that you would want to play, but you can make those objectives for yourself essentially.
Exactly.
But you have to sort of like keep it in your head of like, okay, this is what we do. It's a weird little game. I didn't really consider how weird it was until I was saying, right, so you can kill the pigs with the flappy ears, but not with the sword. And I was like, wait, that's not a normal thing that I could explain to somebody.
Well, there was one moment where I'm playing Minecraft. The word "what mine" is in the title. I saw some gold in the nether regions.
Oh yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, get that. And somebody starts going, no, no, no. And I assume it's because you were falling and dying. I'm like, whatever. I don't care what he's up to.
You were just carrying on, just punching away.
Yeah. Turns out you were knowing at me. It was me that was knowing or getting the nose going.
Yeah, because I was the all-knowing, and I was thinking that you needed to stop mining that, because then apparently the pigs would attack us. But again, that was all new stuff. That's another update, something that I just haven't even looked into. But this is, of course, a Rocket League-based podcast, but not exclusively. It's also about us. Cole, to start off with, we have got a Patreon to, not thank, to tell them go fuck themselves.
It's Gupta.
And you,
Gupta has been appearing. Yeah, fuck you, Gupta.
Fuck
Gupta's
you.
been appearing in our Twitch streams recently as well. And is annoyingly positive.
Prick.
So fuck you, Gupta.
Fuck
you need to
you.
be taken down a peg or 7, you bastard.
Fuck you, Gupta. And if anybody wants to have access to the Poddy C a little bit earlier on than anybody else, make sure that you become a Patreon and go to patreon.com/subpar, but in HD, $1 a month. And you get a bespoke fuck you from me and Cool Cole, and you get to have early access, which is just fantastic. It's like a day or two early sometimes, maybe 2 days early, but it's more serious whenever I upload.
Ironically, not the earliest access anymore, because now the people watching it live, the absolute scum in our Twitch chat that I'm looking at right now, they get it for free. Some of them aren't even subbed. They're here looking at this premium content for free.
I can see
right
one person
now.
in particular that isn't subbed that's also got a big old bit badge. How has that happened? How has somebody got a... Hang on, what bit badge is that? That is
50,000,
the 50,000 bit
How did I know that?
That's
God.
weird that you know that.
I know.
And yet they're not subbed. Firstly, pathetic. Secondly, cheapskate freeloading scum.
Scum.
Scum. Absolute scum.
Icelandic scum.
Tell you who isn't scum, Cool Cole.
Go on.
Rocket-League.com. They are the sponsor. Do you reckon they're going to like that intro to them? Tell you who's not scum?
It's this week's tagline. Rocket-League.com. We're not scum. Boom. You can imagine that's a little jingle.
Oh, I like the bum at the end.
Bum. Yeah, right?
We're not scum. Bum.
Bum.
And then people just go around. They just go, oh, bum. You're like, yeah, bum. I get it. So it's rocket-league.com is the most popular site for trading on the internet for all of your wonderful, beautiful Rocket League items. There are 4 million users, like often. There are hundreds of thousands of trade listings. Every single time there's a new update in the in-game shop, the website is like, bam, instantly, it knows what the items are. You can then vote and say, this is a good store, this is a bad store. And you can then, it'll be a little bit of soft feedback going forwards, which is cool.
Yeah, and also because it updates the in-game item shop every day when it refreshes, you can vote up your favourite items, so you won't ever miss a bogey green grog ever again.
Very nice. Cool, but what if I'm in the kitchen with my dad, or doing some boring thing with that loser?
There's a mobile app.
What?
Mate. There is literally a mobile app, so it's all on your phone right there. You can be trading,
Wild.
You can get your bogey green grogs. It's all good. You can ignore your dad just like my dad ignored me.
Fuck you,
with
Dad.
rocket-league.com.
Yeah, ignore your dad with rocket-league.com. What was the original one?
Scum.
Bum. And there's also giveaways, there's competitions, and loads of news and updates on any of the updates that have come into Rocket League, which we're going to be getting onto in a minute. But that is rocket-league.com. Thank you very much for sponsoring this episode of the Poddy C.
The plan originally, when we chatted to them, was to, over time, make these ad reads a little bit more official. So we'll start off just sort of saying it, and then maybe eventually there'll be a proper little thing that we play, or we'll have, I don't know, something scripted, whatever it is. I sort of like these. I like the fact that, you know, they're a bit ad hoc. We make them up on the spot. I think it suits SubPar.
So it's a new
Whether or not it
tagline every
suits
week.
rocket-league.com, nobody knows, but we're happy.
So it's a new tagline every. What was the one last week? It was
Trade, enjoy, smile.
Trade, upvote, smile.
Trade, upvote,
Trade,
smile.
upvote, smile. And I'm pretty sure upvote may well be copyrighted by Reddit. So maybe they can't use that one. Maybe now it's we're not scum. Boom.
Boom. You went up an octave there.
Okay, we're not scum. Boom.
Boom.
It's the bomb. It's the low bomb. Make sure you go check them out. They are awesome. They're fantastic. They are RL Garage on Twitter. They are fantastic. Otherwise, cool. Season 3 is out. And
Ooh.
I knew that, not because of rocket-league.com, but because of Rocket League, the actual literal game. I have had a chance to play it. You've put in brackets, no lol, after have we played yet? I've played 2 games, thank you very much.
Have you played ranked?
Yes, but actually, thinking of it, it was before the season reset.
So you haven't really had a chance.
I've actually
so there was a
not,
patch,
no,
but no
no.
reset, are you saying?
Yeah, so so there is a reset, but the patch came out before that. So I played it with the patch, but not with the reset.
Got yeah. What do you think of the patch then? Because
Really sick.
some people miss the slider, but then most people that I've seen are very happy that you now have specific options to choose from, and it's uncapped.
What, the FPS?
The frame rate, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's awesome. It's fantastic. It has still got the options in the drop down. It has now got options rather in the drop down, and it also says recommended next to the refresh rate of your monitor, which I thought was really cool. Just a really nice little detail, which I thought was fantastic. To help out sort of maybe some slight newbies who are going to be going, I'm going to pick 100 FPS, but it's like, actually, you don't really need to. We recommend going 60. It's also got uncapped FPS, which is fantastic. A lot of people like uncapped FPSs. I think that leans more into the esports side of things, where people have got like 360 hertz monitors, where you don't want to be having any delay when you're playing. I still also really want to play on a 360 hertz monitor, because that's like over twice.
Is that 360 now?
Yeah, that's like over twice as fast as my current monitor.
God, I knew that there was more than 144. I'm pretty sure when I got my 144 hertz monitor for the first time, it was the big bollock boy. And
I've
there was
got 165 because
there's a 165?
because it's an overclocked 144. So I've overclocked that one to 165 because it supports it. And then there's 240. I don't know why the numbers are so weird, by the way, either.
I know. Why 165?
144, 165, and then 240. Why not 244? That's weird.
Well, 288, right? Because double.
Yeah, or that. Yeah, or 288. Like saying that at least makes sense.
Yeah, in some conceivable way. I don't know. There's someone that's listening to this raging, going, obviously it's because you have to use the Mike-Wom theorem, which means you have to divide it by 2 and then times it by 2 again. Screw you, smart people. We don't need you. We've had enough of experts. We're subpar but in HD.
Oh, no.
Speaking of having enough of experts,
we've not had
I
enough
also
of
love the
experts.
fact. I also love the fact that Psyonix added some rad new art to the playlist, which first off, I loved it. Yeah, I didn't even know that was the thing that other people had noticed when I looked through the release notes and the word rad was in there. I was like, oh, they're down with the kids. I'll say
I saw
they're
Rocket
not too
Sledge
epic-y.
tweet out that, and I tagged Ian Novakovsky.
I saw.
And said, I bet this was him. Because he is the kind of guy that unironically use rad.
Yeah,
and he
he is
replied
rad.
going, not me. This is not me this time, and I still don't quite believe you, Ian.
I also like the fact that in their rad art, the casual playlist has a pigeon topper on top, which I think is a cheeky wink towards Jamespot. It must be. It's the only explanation.
Or the pigeon guy. Do you remember the pigeon guy?
I do remember the pigeon guy. Yeah, he has got his own
got a
title, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's the only one, and they said, and I love that they said at the time, guys, just a heads up, you will not be getting any titles for any more items, but only giving it to Pigeon Dude. And still, every now and then, there's a guy going, I've got 30 rubber ducks. Can I have a title, please?
It's like reading people's birthday messages on Grid Overtime. We did one, and then we suddenly realised, wait a minute,
a bit of a
everybody whose birthday it is, with 70, 80,000 people watching, there's going to be a few. We're going to get a few of these, so apologies, people. We cannot read your birthday messages on Grid Overtime anymore. Partly because we just don't have enough time in the day, and partly because we don't care about you or your shit birthday.
Exactly. Everybody gets older, unless you don't, in which case, rest in peace. So yeah, there's really cool artwork on each of the little like sections on there. The competitive have got like the race to the Supersonic Legend, which I think is really cute. The tournaments has got sort of like an F1-y looking thing, and I think that the checkerboard in the background is both checkerboard and a bracket, which I thought was cool. I thought that was very clever.
Pun.
Yeah. Training, it's got that little graduation cap. I hated that when I graduated. That cap.
Wearing the hat.
Yeah.
Would you judge me? So I went to uni in Plymouth, and after uni I went back to my house in deepest, darkest Suffolk before I moved properly. I didn't bother going to the graduation itself, but I did go to the after party. So I just trained down for the night out. Didn't bother going to the actual bit where they read your name out, and I never got my diploma thing, whatever it's called.
Did your parents want you to?
I can't.
The answer, by the way, is yes to that question. The answer is quite clearly, undeniably, a yes. They did.
Well, no,
want
to. if we're having it out right now with my parents that aren't here to defend themselves. I mean, they're not dead, but they're not here to defend themselves.
Rest in peace, Cole's parents.
They only ever went to. They only They only ever went to Plymouth once. So other than that, I used to always like get my stuff sent back because it was like a 7-hour journey. It was ridiculous. I don't blame them. But I'm pretty sure they were relieved that they didn't have to see me in a silly little hat.
Do you think they were relieved?
Yeah.
That they didn't have to see their only child go and graduate?
I'm not their only child.
Their one ginger little runt of a child
I've
finally
got one
did
real
something
sister,
good with his life.
2 stepbrothers and a stepsister.
Sorry, one real sister?
Yeah, like full sister.
Real. Your term you used was real. That's got connotations, Cole. I'm sure that you're...
No. I was speaking Spanish. I was saying one real sister because she's been to Madrid once.
Has she actually been to Madrid?
I don't know.
For fuck's sake!
Probably. Everyone's been to Madrid, right?
It's
something that people do. What? Who hasn't been to Madrid?
We've been to Madrid. I don't think everybody's been to Madrid.
Well, what I would say, though, is the people listening to this podcast now, an unusually high percentage of them would have been to Madrid.
Yeah, I suppose so.
More than the average, so...
More than the average number of people, because we are streaming on Real Madrid's website. So,
sorry, FC
thank you so
Barca.
much, yeah. I would judge you because I would be a hypocrite because my brother didn't go to his graduation.
Really?
Yeah, and my mum was livid. And my dad, because they were just like... For fuck's sake, you've been there for like 3 years, and now finally you've graduated, and yet you're just not going to go. And he was just like, yeah, I'm just not going to go, lol. See, he's very antisocial and stuff like that. He just doesn't like all of that. And that's completely fair, because the price of the gown and everything is stupid. It was
extortionate.
That is unbelievable. It cost, I think, like 100 quid to rent, or like 80, 70 quid or something like that, like to rent... just a really hot gown and a really hot, horrible hard hat. And then, because mine was in Cambridge, and Cole, do you know the Corn Exchange? Mine was in the Corn Exchange, my graduation.
That's like a building, right? Like an inside building thing.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So
it was
okay.
It's a theatre type thing, like it's sort of a music venue. And so we did it in there, and we had to get our caps and stuff from like the town, from the city hall. So you had to like go in there, queue up, get them all, whatever. And I remember, it's really funny because obviously I'm quite a tall guy, right? I'm 6.5 feet tall. I'm a tall man, right?
Yeah.
My mum, she's like 5'11". She's relatively tall as well.
That's tall.
Right? My stepdad, he's not a short guy. You've met my stepdad. He's not a short guy particularly.
He's a blokey bloke.
Yeah. He's about 5'8"-ish, I want to say 5'8", 5'9", somewhere around there. So still, like, that's very average height for a bloke.
Got to put your hands on your knees to talk to him. But
yeah, of course.
He's
And like pat him on the head whenever he's done something good. At the when we did the graduation pictures, I was standing in the middle, had my mum on one side of me, and we were joking. We were in the queue, saying like, I said his name is Neil. We're like, right, Neil. Hopefully he's got a box. He's got a box that you can stand on. That'll be funny. And we get there, me and my mum stand there, and the photographer sort of raises his camera and goes, gets this box and like puts it next to him. He goes, sorry, sir, can you just stand on that? And my stepdad has to stand on this box to then be taller than my mum but shorter than me in my graduation photo.
That's so humiliating.
It was so funny. No. We were all laughing about it. And yeah, it was very funny. But I enjoyed my graduation because it was basically once you'd done all the graduation stuff and got the pictures and whatever else, and had the cheap champagne back at uni, we then just were like, could just go out and see people.
Like,
and
bye, mum. See you later. Thanks for coming down.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, well, actually, I've got a cute little story about the Corn Exchange.
Okay.
Do you want to hear it?
Yeah,
It's
go on.
actually a cute story. I asked my beloved, Linnea, to be my girlfriend after seeing a gig at the Corn Exchange.
Who was playing?
I knew you'd ask that. I can't remember.
You can't remember?
No. But listen, as soon as she says it, if she was here, she'd say it. As soon as she said it, I'd be like, oh, yeah, of course it was. But
Can you
the fact
message
that
her
I've
now?
remembered...
Message her now, and then she can't come in, of course, but like just get her to
Okay.
reply.
Okay.
And see if you see if you can beat Linnea.
Well, not on camera, obviously.
Behind locked doors, of course.
Who did we see at the Corn?
Because there've been a few cool
Exchange.
bands that have like played there that I wanted to go and see at uni, but like it was always a case of tickets are £10, and that's quite expensive. Obviously,
You're
it
such a
isn't, but like,
target.
well, no, because I was poor. I was a student. Everyone's poor.
Who was it we saw? Oh, it was quite rocky because there was one point where I was sort of waiting in the back with her because she's tiny and you put her in a mosh pit and she'll never return.
Oh god.
And I was like, "Can I go and bounce around?" And she was like, "Yeah, go on." I was like,
Can I do some bouncing, please?
yeah. Who was it?
Mallory
I've been there
Knox.
I was thinking, was it Mallory Knox?
I
but
know
don't
you've
think it
seen
was.
Mallory Knox there.
Yeah, I think by then Mallory Knox has split up. I have seen Two Door Cinema Club there,
Oh,
but it wasn't.
That sounds good.
that
Which album?
was- It was
The one
after
with
their
Sun.
weird third album. Yeah,
Oh no!
sadly. Yeah, I know, I know.
The album, the purple covered album that sounds like it's just some dads trying to make cool music.
It's just a bit odd. Yeah, they're trying to be MGMT, but they're not quite good enough at weird music, so they
Man.
can just like let's just make some poppy stuff, really. But anyway,
That's
yeah.
annoying.
The nail will respond. She go, "How can you not remember? I hate you." But then I will remember. So and I
Okay.
remembered that. So that's a
That's not
point
bad.
for me.
That's
yeah.
not bad.
Yeah. Also, I don't care about graduation hats, but one sort of hat I do care about. Shop.subpar.gg.
Fuck me.
You can get yourself a subpar
What a
hat.
fucking advert that is.
graduate
below
in.
me.
Just get a little screenshot of me wearing this like a dork. I look like a
You
dork,
look
don't
like
I?
a dork. Hang on. I've got mine. I've got one here because there are two styles, of course. Hang on.
Oh, you've got just the light bulb /A. We're
Right,
talking of
give it a
visual
pose.
puns.
Love that. That's good. I'll get rid of that.
Someone took a
shit.
screenshot. If we sell a hat in the next 24 hours, then what do you mean get rid of that shit?
Oh,
If we sell a hat in
sorry.
the next 24 hours, then we've done well for ourselves.
Yeah, if you guys do want that hat, shop.subpar.gg. That's all it takes,
Please.
Cool. That's all it takes. Somebody put a picture of them in the onesie. We have
I
been
saw
saying
that.
for a
Yeah.
while that we want to have somebody buy a onesie and show it off. Because it's proper, as far as I know, it's like full embroidered logo on this just entirely black, slightly gimp suit looking onesie. And it looks comfy as hell. Brave move to buy it going into summer. I will say
It
that
might
is a
not be summer.
sweatbox.
Might not be summer where they are.
I believe it is. I believe they are a UK man.
You know, you were saying that you have to rent the graduation gown.
Yeah.
Do you have to rent the graduation gown? Could somebody graduate in subpar merch?
Oh.
I don't know if it's a legal
know.
requirement. Like, if you turned up and you're not in the silly little hat, they say, "No, come back in the hat. Come back in the hat, mate." Have they got like bouncers there?
Come back in the
Go,
silly hat.
Those trainers, you need a silly hat to come in this club, mate.
You're trying to come in with that hat? No, get the
Yeah.
silly hat on. The one
Corn
with the flat
exchange without a silly hat, no chance,
One.
pal.
You kidding me? Maybe if somebody can. Oh my god! Because I remember it being really hot. What you could do is you could wear your gown and stuff on top of the onesie, and then when you get up there, take
Yeah.
it off and then emerge
Rip it
like
off, rip it. Don't take, rip.
Rip it. Well, that's like £100 deposit gone then.
Well, it's
Cole will
worth it.
front the deposit.
If someone does that, yeah, I'll PayPal them the £100 or whatever that it costs. I'll do that personally. If they tear off their gown to reveal full subpar merch, I think by that point
Backpack
we would have
and
made
all.
profit. If they've got the backpack, the satchel, all three hoodies,
Oh,
everything.
the entire shop. It's not just the onesie now. The entire shop.
I think at this point, if I'm fronting the deposit, we have to have made a profit. Yeah.
Okay. Well, if anybody
we-
wants
we-
to, let us know on Twitter.
Yeah. We did bloody RLCS a few days ago. We've got to make a profit for
We
something.
should probably put that in the doc, really.
Yeah, we did RLCS, everybody. Which is, let's see if we can improv it. So, RLCS, ladies and gentlemen.
What a start! What a start!
In from Mars, they go, Right, let's start again.
Ladies and gentlemen.
All right, let's do this. We're gonna do this.
Okay.
Right, yeah, it's all good. It's all good.
Right,
So I can laugh later. RLCS, ladies and gentlemen, is a Rocket League tournament for SubPar but NHD's subscribers.
If you are a subscriber on Twitch, you can enter using a Google form, or you could enter using a Google form, and you will then be assigned a team based on your ranking, your location, and your platform, and all teams are fairly balanced.
Such is the main pull of RLCS. It does not matter how many hours you have in the game. You will be matched with somebody who is opposite you on the spectrum. So if you put in 2 hours, you don't even know how to jump, you'll be put with the best player in the game, theoretically balancing the teams perfectly.
RLCS Season 11 took place on Saturday, the 3rd of April, and it had a £1,500 prize pool. That ended up going as a 70-30 split between first place and second place. It was an amazing event. And Cole, what were all 6 names of the people who came first and second?
Cash, Creepy Twins, Wetters was one team.
And the other team was Boise, Nathan, and another person, my favourite, Black Icicle.
Black Icicle, yeah, of course it was Black Icicle.
It's really handy because I've got the DMs open of people who I messaged for the
nice. So not the doc, but you have got little reminders, useful stuff. Okay. So if anybody's wondering, where did that £1,500 come from?
Crasher.
50 quid each was put forward by Stumpy and me, taking it to 100 to start off with, and then our amazing community donated £1,400 on
Jesus
top of that.
Christ.
Barring PayPal fees, every penny of that is going to go to our winners using that 70-30 split that you talked about. It's something that our community adores, and they are constantly asking us, when is the next RLCS? And we also had, for the first time, a lovely guy called Falco_77 who was producing it.
Yes, we did. He is absolutely fantastic. He ran his first ever production, nailed it pretty much. A couple of times audio was off, but like we did that on these streams. We've been doing it for like 5 years. It's fine.
Exactly.
It was so fun. The main thing that I love seeing about RLCS is when I announce teams and or when we all announce teams and people at their teammates and they're so excited. Like, they're just like, oh my god, we're playing together! Because we had 28 teams, so it's 4 groups of 7 teams in total. It was a best of 1 round robin group stage. We casted as many teams as we possibly could. I think out of the 28, I don't think we missed too many, but it's always going to happen. We tried to cast as many people as we could. It was fantastic. It then went into a single elimination, quarterfinals, semi-finals, then a grand finals, where it's best of 3, best of 5, best of 5. It was so much fun. I do love RLCS. It takes a lot of coordination, a lot of people.
It does.
It was also the most successful RLCS going by the metric of dropouts. We had, I believe, 1 dropout on the day. Typically, we have like between 5 and 10, like quite a lot of people.
We had scrabbling.
We had a few people drop out before the day, which is completely fine because we make the teams on the day, and I love that people informed us, which is awesome. We had 1 person drop out on the day, easy sub in, bish bash bosh. It was fantastic. I loved it. It was £1,500 split between our 6 grand finalists. It was just great, and I am very excited, to be honest, for the next one in like a year.
Maybe 2. It should also be said that it was won by one of our celebrity entrants. So we tweeted out unashamedly saying that Shogun, RLCS megacaster Shogun, was entering. And he was drinking lots of non-alcoholic water as he played and streaming it himself as well. It was also entered by Cash from Rick's GG, who is somebody that I have unashamedly fanboyed over as a player for a very long time. And I think in that event, a lot of people realise why, because his mechanics are beyond a lot of pros mechanics. I've said before, there's still a lot he has to learn as a competitor to reach his potential, but oh my god, he is capable of plays that we've had pros for their time enter RLCS before. So we had Tylacto and Speed. Flame was in, I think, the same event, and very rarely do they win because obviously the pro player is put with 2 of the worst players. But Cash's mechanics, as soon as he got the ball, with all 3 players on the opponent's team trying to swarm him as well they could, he just scored.
Including Supersonic Legends, like trying to get up quick enough to challenge him. He would then just go on the ceiling, fake it high, go low.
Ridiculous.
And then he's immediately juked them out and can then just improv his way into the net. He scored like full court air dribbles just over and over again because he just could. And he just nailed it. And it was so much fun to watch. I loved it. Everybody in the community seemed to love it. Something else happened in the Discord, Cole. I don't know if you saw it, 'cause I think it's on an evening that we both had off. But I checked in, and it was a few days after. So, I don't know, a few days ago, maybe like Sunday or Monday, something like that. I looked in the Discord and saw one of the voice channels, one that we've got called Boosting Service, where everybody in there, nobody can talk apart from me and Cole, basically. Typically, it'll be me and Cole in there. We'll drag somebody in. They can't talk. We can speak to them. We can comms with them if we're playing Rocket League.
Yeah.
Everybody joined that channel. A load of people put their cameras on, and they just typed to each other. And they were just typing in all banter in our main channel in our Discord. There was maybe 30 people, like, just sitting in this channel. Some about half had cams on, half cams off. Everyone just talking. And, like, there being screenshots being put in. Everyone's joking around. And as far as I know, it was people having, like, nice little drinks and whatever and just hanging out with mates. And also some people who hadn't been able to get integrated with the community just yet because they're still very new here. They were then bringing themselves into that channel and then just like messing around and typing about. And it was almost like an effort to get people who were new to the community into the community with sort of the old guard, as it were. And it was just like a big garden party, essentially. And I was so fucking happy when I saw that. Yeah. I was beaming.
I bet. I didn't see that at all. I genuinely had no idea that happened until you mentioned it just now. But now you do mention it, I've always kept the Zoom calls at arm's length. I'll do one every now and then, but some people are mad for them. They get in trouble. This is good. But I've always just like, it's always frustrated me a little bit. Like, the worst thing is when you're trying to have a conversation with one person and everybody else has to wait. So you're like, oh, Tony, how did the guava tree go that you were making? Everyone else has got to wait. No one else gives a shit about Tony's shitty guava fruit tree. Do you know what I mean? But then, when you actually have a real conversation, you can have cross chats, and you can sort of like, I can be talking to you while our girlfriends are chatting, or I can chat to her and you're talking. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's all this sort of cross conversation, and via text that works, because if you just keep an eye on somebody's facial features while typing in text, you can have conversations with one person, and it doesn't matter if someone else doesn't care about that chat because it just exists among the text.
I do find Zoom calls utterly depressing. To be honest,
I find them exhausting.
I can't do them. I've put in a screenshot in the doc of just like a screenshot that was taken by one of our mods. It's just people just hanging out, and like people just like showing things in their house, and like you can see on there that someone just had a cat, and they're like, look at the cat, and they're just being screenshots put in. And honestly, I was so happy. I literally replied saying it. I said, everyone popping off in all banter tonight. That's lovely. This picture was then put in. I said, OMG, that makes me very happy. Because I'd had a couple of wines. Sweet. I was hanging out on the sofa watching some Gossip Girl. I was just enjoying myself. And I saw that and I thought, that's good. We've fostered something special there.
We have. I had no idea about that. Oh, that's lovely. I'd be well up for that. That sounds well good.
Yeah, it looked really cool. Okay, so that's those fuckers done with. Should we move on to having a look at RLCS North America?
Yeah, so RLCS NA is back, and Psyonix has started tweeting out these weekly schedules, which are really helpful, which include the First Touch podcast, which is awesome, the best Rocket League podcast in the world. If you only listen to this one and not that one, you're making a huge mistake. Go and watch that too. But that was on Monday. It's now Thursday. No, it's Thursday. What day is it? It's Thursday today.
Yeah, Thursday today, yeah.
So RLCSX is actually starting today.
Shit,
oh my god.
Oh, I can watch that.
I'm normally quite good at not falling into the trap of like, what day is it in lockdown? But my god, I really thought it was Wednesday today. But no, it's Thursday. Okay, so RLCSX North American Regional number 2 begins today
like 3
at 11 p.m.
Pacific.
UK time. I put them below the time frames.
No,
so
that's
what?
so late.
Well, you'll have to stay up, mate. Be a proper little analyst, yeah?
No, I don't need to analyse North America. That's literally not my job.
Analyse this.
If I had my title, I would. Right, well you got fat little sausage fingers, didn't you?
I've got perfect fingers. My hands are
Jesus
perfectly...
Christ!
What?
Give me the middle finger again.
I'm not being funny, but I could be a hand model.
It's about as wide as it is long.
Those are good. No, these. No. Some people have got podgy fingers.
Cuboid little fingers.
The worst. Let me tell you something, right? my nails are perfect. Like, and also look at that nail. Like, that is the perfect length of nail. It's not too long.
Okay.
Not too short. Some people's are like down to halfway down their
mine
little
aren't great.
nail gaps.
This
I don't know
is
what you
what
call
I'm
them, but where the
chilling
nail
out
should
with.
be. I
Mine
can't
are a
really
little
see.
bit uneven.
Have you ever seen somebody that like fully bites them and they're like half as long as they should be?
Yeah, it's kind of. To be fair, that's what
Nasty.
that's what my middle one sort of is. It's like it's a bit
gross.
shorter than it sort of should be. There you go.
You're disgusting.
I've also got some mud under my nails because I've been doing garden work.
Oh yeah, I've got all sorts under my nails. There's probably tetanus
Oh,
under
hang
there
on.
and
It is a
cat
good one.
poo.
Look at that middle one. That's short.
I'm trying to look. It's a bit blurry in my preview. I'll have to take your word for it.
It's quite a short one, yeah.
Is
Yeah,
it
it's
a
not
shoulder?
great. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's because
gross.
I wait for it to grow quite nicely, and then I do bite it off, and just like one big strip of nail.
Mm.
Do you bite your nails,
Well,
or do you?
Yeah, I do. No, I do. I
Clip?
do. I was biting my nails before we started.
Respect.
But speaking of thumbnails, Sionis has started tweeting out these schedules, which is really helpful. So yeah, I now
love it,
know that it starts today, and league play for CRL begins at 5 p.m. PT, which is like
Oh, so
8
that's
a.m.
why that's on earlier then.
yeah, I suppose so.
Oh, it's day 0, right? So Thursday will be the day 0 streams. So therefore,
Which is
that's
when
not
all the
on the
orgs-
main channel. Yeah, okay.
Our tweeting
Makes
their
sense.
own, yeah. So there's overlap. I see. I
Yeah.
get it. CRL's its own
Mhm.
being. But anyway, long story short is that RLCSX regional number 2 for North America begins today, ends Sunday.
I wish you said 2.
Be there, watch, trade, smile.
I wish you did say North American Regional 2. Small, tiny bit of feedback. That's what I'd add on to it.
Yeah. So we've got CRL league play, and there's the North American regional too.
Exactly. That's exactly what I want. So it's South American. Which number is that? I'm not sure. But I love the fact they're tweeting these out. It's so cool. It's very good just getting everybody on sort of the same idea and the same schedule, because I've submitted an idea to Liquipedia that they haven't implemented just yet, so I'm going to keep it under wraps for now. I think I told you about it. But it's a good idea that I'm excited for them to hopefully implement. I got a reply from them within about a minute. So Lukash mans that bad boy as much as he mans the wiki, which is fun.
I felt a bit bad. I was looking because somebody asked on our Discord whether this Australian team that's coming back had the most consistent 8th place finishers in the world, and I was like, I see your whatever that team's called, and I raise you Alpine Esports. Alpine Esports are the most 8th place team in the world. And my idea was, when you sort on Liquipedia by result, I then wanted to also sort by tier.
Okay.
So you can go like, this is at 8th place in B tier tournaments, in A tier tournaments. And Lukash, within about 30 seconds after I added him, I literally added him and said, Lukash, fix it, full stop. And he came back about a minute later. He was like, oh, I think you can do that. I was like, oh, right. Sorry, Lukash. You're the good guy. Bad guy. My bad.
You were in the
It can
wrong.
be done. Yeah, of course I was.
That's
Lukash is
funny.
always in the right. If I ever call out Lukash, I am by default in the wrong, and I'm okay with that.
I'm still annoyed that he was at Madrid and I didn't thank him enough. Like he was there, he was hanging out with everyone. He's an awesome guy, and I personally did not thank him enough because he is just amazing with what he does. But
I made a tweet on, it was actually on April
Oh,
the 1st.
yeah.
I didn't even realise that it was on April Fool's Day. I just woke up, and it's because there was like talk before about how, Lukash deserves as much compensation as possible.
Mm-hmm.
So the next one I was like, right, the man needs a Patreon. And I tweeted it, and I tweeted, use me as a Lukash needs a Patreon button.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't realise it was on April 1st. So I hope no one saw that and thought I was just taking the piss.
taking the piss out of all his hard work.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd happily chuck a fiver to it.
Yeah, exactly. He'd make baller money.
So I'm on the what's it called? I've got it saved as a tab. The ballchasing.com. I'm on their Patreon for the same reason, because they've got all the replays, they do a load of stats. I use that website for a load of the RLCS work that we do.
Cool.
I get a lot of my stats from there. I think it's just a really good place to see what's going on. They've got some cool features if you're a patron. So yeah, I'm on their Patreon, and I would happily do the same for Lukash, like just because
cool.
he supports it, or just generally into a pool of the Liquipedia editors. And then have
Yeah,
that sort of
that's
be
fair.
shared out based on, like, I don't know, whatever metric they go by for how much you're contributing per month or whatever. It's great.
So you heard it here first. SubPar but in HD officially supports ballchasing.com.
Unofficially.
That is SubPar but in HD.
Stumpy
right thing.
Goblin supports it, yeah.
Using the old kitty.
Using my kitty, which is my HSBC bank account.
If anybody is wondering, this regional is the same format as before, where there is group stage at the beginning, don't finish last, lol, then the knockout gauntlet, and then finally the playoffs. Obviously in a podcast we can't go into too much detail, but what fun games, what fun predictions can we make?
Haven't we got
from
hashtag
these
clapped
4 groups?
most recently by Alpine in
Yeah,
Grid?
they got 3-0'd. Yeah, they did.
Legends.
Alpine's first win in about 10 years.
Cole, in Group A, who are your top 2?
My top 2 in Group A. Do you know what? I
who's in
genuinely
Group A?
think. Group A is Alpine Esports, FaZe Clan, Rogue, Scuba Squad, and Space Station Gaming. I've got a feeling this is gonna be a weird one, right? There's gonna be
Like
some
EU.
EU hangover, exactly. I'm gonna go Scuba Squad third, and to survive, I'll play it safe for now though, and say Rogue and Space Station. What about you?
I would also say Rogue. I'm going to say Rogue and FaZe. FaZe haven't been on the best form. Better than Space Station, maybe. I'll go FaZe. Rogue and FaZe for me, I think.
Good of you to make a prediction in a race car.
Thank you. On Group B, 72 PC, Charlotte Phoenix, Kansas City Pioneers, Stromboli, and Version 1. Version 1 also sent some really cool merch, which was awesome.
They did. I
Very,
need to
very
make
comfy.
a picture of
You Borat. I need to make picture of box.
of box with version 1. With Virgin 1 hoodie.
Virgin 1. Unlike sister.
I think that version 1 seems to be in good form. Their results are
they're in my
pretty
top
darn
2.
good.
Yeah.
And I'll chuck KCP with them. Why not?
I will put version 1 up top. They look genuinely great. They look really, really fantastic. I'm impressed by version 1. And then I'll probably join you on Kansas City Pioneers, but I think that's relatively open, to be honest. Charlotte Phoenix,
lots of
have they
upper
done
mid-table
weirdly
teams in
well?
that group. Yeah, they have done recently. Because
I'll put Charlotte Phoenix there then, just to be a little bit
Okay.
different, because they have had, as far as I remember, as soon as we stopped having to cast NA, I've turned off from like my analyst brain of remembering results and stuff from that region. I'm just enjoying it as Rocket League,
exactly,
which is really nice. But it means that I'm just like, oh, Charlotte Phoenix good? I don't even know anymore.
Yeah, Group B definitely looks like the weakest one there from what I'm looking at, or Group D potentially, which we'll get to. Group C is G2, Ghost, NRG, PK, and SUP.
So,
Let's change
group.
it. Who finishes 4th?
Can I just say, G2 with Drees, good Christ. Drees is unbelievable. Have you seen any of their gameplay?
I have done, yeah.
Good
he
God.
slots in. He's like a more aggressive Rizzo, isn't he?
He's a more aggressive, more mechanical, absolutely unbelievably good Rizzo. And Rizzo is very, very good himself.
Always are though. Like that's. I just think esports. I'm sure it's all fake, and they're sort of looking they're looking at it all, and it's like, right, we need a new wonder kid. Here's Drees. We've pumped him out. And like he's gonna be incredible and change the game. Like obviously he's coming in for Rizzo. He was always gonna be incredible. Do you know what I mean? Like of course he's incredible. He was always gonna be.
But is that not just because like it's G2 and they would have picked a very good sub? Like
yeah,
there are so many kids that are shit.
Exactly, but of course G2's one that no one's bloody heard of ends up being a worldie.
He was incredible.
It's just predictable at this point. G2 esports. You should have brought someone in who's really bad, and that would have been interesting. Do you know what I mean? Like they're just shit.
Just pick up a
imagine if he was
shitter.
just shit.
One was like whiffing, was like like barely being able to like aerial.
Yeah, and they're like, no, we really believe in this Drees guy, and there he is, just like missing an open goal at 0 seconds. Like what?
I think G2 now in that group, they will go second, NRG first, but 4th, Ghost.
Yeah,
I think PK
I'll go
third.
Pittsburgh Knights. Pittsburgh Knights are a very fourthy team.
That's very fair. And Group D, E United, Nefarious, Susquehanna Sonics, who are Shock is good again. Team Envy and Exet.
They're like 2 and 10 in the grid. SQ.
Didn't they do well in the most recent regional though?
They did. They had Roldiz in.
For
Someone.
oh,
Dapper, I think. But then everyone's going to laugh at me and go, actually, he left them 3 seasons ago. Let's see.
let's have a look. Because I just remember looking at SQ and thinking, bloody hell.
Oh, they've got Roldiz in again then. So is he Perma?
Shock, Tika, and Rolders. Yeah, they look great. They look really, really good.
Well, this is fun.
IMO.
If you go on to Susquehanna Sonics on Liquipedia,
Mm-hmm.
do you get Lua error in mw.html.lua at line
I
186
do.
colon attempt to call method apostrophe underscore build apostrophe brackets a nil value close brackets full stop?
Wasn't that nearly your name, Anil?
Yeah, I guess so.
Wait, where's line 100? Should we try and fix this live on the podcast?
Oh, can you do that?
I've got an account. People can't really see this. Hang on, let me zoom in and then I'll show it.
Oh, Dapper left them ages ago, by the way. I was wrong there.
There it is, right. If I click that, script error, click it, mate. A little box pops up. Right, what's going on? Lua error.
I can't wait to cut this from the audio podcast.
No, this has to stay in.
No,
Lua
it does not
error
have to
in
stay in. You do the video shit, I'll do the
mw.html.lua.
audio shit.
I don't edit
alright?
shit on the video. People get real us. Mate, it's being backtraced as fuck. There's this question.
God.
This is like when you get your work graded by a teacher and they circle something, just put a question mark. You're like, well, that doesn't help anyone.
Especially when, you look at it and it's actually quite a good point. You're like, no, I'm pretty sure that is correct.
I think that's fine, actually.
I think it was 1868 when, I don't know, the Johnson Principle came into play.
You could have said something that you actually knew.
No, I couldn't. That's the thing. I
You couldn't. You don't know anything.
There is nothing that I know.
That's insane. That's so unlikely. Okay, hang on. Let me log in and see if I can fix this. Oh, there's a load of microphones. Right.
Look at the microphone.
I searched microphone emoji.
Check that out.
What's my password? If I don't get the
Right,
login in
careful.
3 turns. Right, there's one
Don't get us
turn.
fired and banned.
Is this my
You
password?
having fun?
Nope.
Do you regret this yet?
Next one. Hang on.
Okay.
None of those are my passwords, so therefore I won't be editing it.
That's a shame. You did a good effort though, my
Thanks,
friend.
man. Hey, cool.
Yeah.
I really want to hear just somebody's idea of what should be added to Rocket League in the RLCS sphere. Do anybody who's got an idea?
I've got an idea, mate. I've got
Go
an
on.
idea for. Here's one for you. So
Do you want a jingle?
yeah.
Ooh, cause Rocket League idea of the week.
So, particularly in the online era, a huge problem that Rocket League and every esport has is bringing personality to these players, making sure they're not just a pair of wheels or a gun in Call of Duty or whatever. We really want to understand the players behind the controller or mouse and keyboard. And Psyonix and RL Esports have done a brilliant job introducing player cams, and suddenly we can see so much more about these players. We saw that when Team Queso won their regional, 30 seconds before it happened, they were like, oh my god, we've done it! They were already in party mode, right? Which, if you couldn't see them, it would just be cars driving about. You wouldn't know what they were up to, right? But now you know. I think an easy way to get even more player personality squeezed out using minimal resources is to add quick chat to the game. Or not to add quick chat to the game, but to make it visible to the people watching on at home. Now, obviously, we can't have full in-game chat because they might say NDA stuff to each other. They might say stuff that's not been revealed yet. They might swear, blah, 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 blah. I'm not expecting that. But I do think what are saves and nice shots and wows are a great indicator of self-tilt.
GGs.
They're a great indicator. And GGs as well, yeah, for sportsmanship as well. We'll get to learn which players are great sports. We'll get to learn which ones are really annoying and trollish. All of which is stuff that the casters can talk about. Go, oh, this is classic Arsenal. He's spamming what a save. Oh, do you know what I mean? He's always wanted to get under his opponent's skin. And it's just something else we can talk about and something else that we can discuss and enjoy about these players.
I agree. I've wanted quick chat in RL Esports for a long time now. I think it would add that personality that definitely Rocket League Esports is going down the avenue of the, okay, we want to show them off on camera. How can we show them off in every way that we can? I imagine when we get back to LANs, the content is going to be huge. There are going to be so many ideas that Science want to do, that Orgs want to do. Yeah, I fully agree. I think that would be fantastic. I have nothing to change about that either. I agree that we shouldn't have full chat because you can't have any swearing whatsoever. Quick chat on show is brilliant. 10 out of 10, fully agree.
Oh. All right,
Did you want me to argue with you?
Yeah, well, I think then that we shouldn't just have text chat. I think that we should also have. I think we shouldn't just have.
You're
quick
not
chat.
used to
We should
this,
also have
are
text
you?
Chat. We should also have text chat as well.
If you guys also agree with Cole, let us know on Twitter. Because I'd love to know if people agree. Let us know in the YouTube comments. Do you want Rocket League Esports to have quick chat involved? I do, 100%.
It should also be full text chat, I think, now.
Well, don't be a fucking cunt about it.
For God's sake. Now I'm going to have to find the bleep sound effects. I can't be bothered.
I bet you're going to make it annoyingly loud.
Oh, sorry, that my work isn't good enough. You don't even listen to the podcast. How do you know if they're annoyingly loud or not?
Because we've been told previously that it's been too loud.
Who's told us that? When's previously? When are you harking back to there?
Like episode 30 or whatever.
30 or that's 36 episodes ago, mate.
33. Why can't you do maths?
I'm the bad guy because I don't know what 30 plus 33 is. Ooh.
Yes! Yes, you're the bad guy for that.
Sorry that I'm dyslexic.
It's not even dyslexia, it's dyscalculia. You're so fucking stupid.
Wait, no. Are you sure that the dyslexia is nothing to do with numbers?
Dyslexia is words and that.
I
or
know
letters and
that,
And
but
then
is it only-
dyscalculia is maths.
I think someone
And
told
then
you that's a joke.
dyspraxia is
Is
then
hands.
like hand. People walking around going, I'm dyspraxic.
Whoa! Like walking around carrying a ladder and turning around. Some physical
Like the
comedy.
fucking Chuckle Brothers. Exactly. Yeah, I think that's a great idea. I think that'd be awesome. It's exactly what you say because the amount of times that I've referenced people saying, like say it's been like a 3-0 sweep or whatever, Vitality over like, I don't know, Dignitas. I'll then mention how good is it to see the K-Dot said GG's and Violent Panda said GL in the final. That's lovely to see. So, yeah.
The players also would play up to it as well.
Mm-hmm.
If quick chat was visible, then they would know that spamming what a save would be there and it would encourage it. And I think that's...
Chat would love it. Imagine the lulls.
They would love it. The argument against it would be that it encourages foul play and getting under your opponent's skin. And then my response to that would be it's competition.
And they can do that
celebrating
anyway.
in front of the opponent's fans. That's part of it. Do you know what I mean?
And they can do that
do it anyway if
Like,
they choose to. Yeah,
It's just not visible to people. Yeah, no, I completely agree.
Yeah.
Straight up agree. I think that'd be fantastic. Enable the hell out of it. That'd be brilliant.
Cool.
Imagine if somebody, like when they were playing Endpoint, they had like an Endpoint one where it's just like nice demo. And an Endpoint were then just spamming nice demo. Whenever Virtuoso got a demo, how bloody annoying would that be?
It
Speed
would
would have a right cry.
He would be the one, wouldn't he? That would be like, oh, it's not fair. He said what was saying,
Yeah.
and I didn't make any save.
I see you've crossed out your floor. Do you want to just give us a TLDR of your floor?
Helped out over the weekend with my floor. Felt like I'd been hit by a truck on Tuesday morning. It was meant to be one day on my floor and then the next day on my office, but that turned into 3 days on the floor because you had to redo the floor from scratch.
It was
And
a
then
rotten, wasn't it?
those who are watching the video can see me pointing at some Celotex that I expertly shaped around a wire. I was really proud of myself.
Nice.
And then the dog sitting on the final product next to Henry the Hoover.
Nice. I love the little Henry. What a
You
legend.
been up to anything yourself?
I have been finishing off my garden bit. I'm not even finishing off, just like I've now finally removed my barbecue. Do you know that brick barbecue? It's now
brick
been just
bastard.
destroyed. It took me
Nice.
so long. It's finally
Well done.
done.
Well done.
I've chucked all the rubble out the back because that's now no longer my problem.
Chuck
It is
in the
now
neighbour's garden.
it is slightly buckling my fence because it's kind of like leaning against it a bit. But that's fine. I'm hoping that holds. And I chucked a load of soil in it, but I've just not bought enough soil yet. So I need to go and buy some
Well
more
done
soil today.
us. We're getting strong
Yeah.
and powerful again and mighty.
I was literally lifting bricks from one place to another and piling them nicely, and I was saying to myself, "I love this. This is it was
It's fun,
great
isn't it?
because it was doing a practical thing and feeling knackered, and I was like, yes, but I need to do it.
It's a
Then
job to do.
tidying
That
up
is the
after,
start.
putting it all back in the shed.
That is the precursor, mate, to your circuit training.
Yeah,
Fun
actually
summer.
is. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really cool. Cool, Cole. To finish off the episode, I have got. That's a weird place to listen from.
Excuse me, it is, to be fair.
Yeah, it's too fair. And now I know that you, at one point in your life, lived in London. Is that correct?
Walthamstow, mate.
There you
Born
are.
and bred.
You're not
Hard as nails,
born
mate.
and you're not hard as nails.
I'm one of them. If I go to London, they see me as a fellow Londoner.
They don't see you at all. They don't see you as a fellow. This is a place in
Shakespeare.
London, nice, called South Croydon. It's in
Oh.
England called Cole. It's an area within the London borough of Croydon in London. Why have I said that? The London borough of Croydon in London, in case anybody was wondering.
It's where South Croydon is,
It's where
in
South
case anybody
Croydon
was
is.
wondering.
In London, in England. It just had a really funny, ambiguous opening Wikipedia sentence. It says, South Croydon in South London is the area surrounding the valley south central Croydon and running as far south as the former Red Deer pub on the Brighton
Wow.
Road.
Is a public house a pub? Is that what public house?
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't know that.
I was just like, what?
yeah,
That's
wow.
so weirdly, like, It's also that it's the former Red Deer pub. It's like, so why not change it? Why not say what it is now, like the nail salon?
Yeah, as Tony's Motors.
Yeah, it was just weird. I thought it was just very
It is
odd
weird.
that they said that.
Yeah. It's also odd that they said the Brighton Road.
Yeah, the Brighton Road. To be
Welcome
fair,
to the old Brighton Road.
there's a place in Northampton, the sort of big town near me, and the main road through there is called Wellingborough Road or Wellingborough Road, but everyone just calls it the Welly Road. And that's like where you've got like the pubs and whatever and all like the takeaways and nightclubs and stuff. That's called the Welly Road.
Every city or town has one of the roads. In Norwich, it was Unthank. That is where all the students. Yeah, Unthank. It was a weird sounding place, but that's where all the students resided and did studenty things.
Do you think was there one in Cambridge? That was just like in like the market area was everything, like the clubs and stuff. You had like all the roads kind of forked around there. That like it wasn't just on one road. It was just in the
Plymouth,
city centre.
If anyone listening to this is from Plymouth, you had Mutley.
Mutley
Plain, I think it was. Yeah, Mutley. Mutley Plain.
That's a fun name because that's like wacky races. You okay? What's up? You okay?
That's a Mutley
laugh. What the fuck just happened? What's your jaw doing? Are you on something?
That's what Mutley did. Now I don't even know if you're checking. Oh, I thought it was. It was Lonely the Brave was the band that we saw, and I thought it, but I didn't say it. But it was Lonely the Brave.
The band that you saw.
When I then asked Lene to be my girlfriend that night, it was Lonely the Brave. I should have said it might have been them, and then I could have at least had a bit of. What did I just do? What's that? What's that?
0
like thinking?
points.
That's not thinking. What I thought. I just did that.
I wonder. I ponder to you.
I am the ponderer.
Coco, I've got you 2 truths and 1 lie. This time, all focusing on firsts, which I thought was quite. I thought I'd give you a theme.
Okay, I like it.
Yeah, right. So this is all about South Croydon, which is a weird place to listen from. This is an area that had, I think, 3 or 4 listeners on the previous episode of the Poddy C. That's how I've got this place. I look at the statistics. 3 or 4 people are from here, and I found some weird facts about it. We are also streaming this live on Twitch. People in chat, feel free to guess. If you know the correct answer just dead on, don't say you defo know it. Do the Among Us rules and just say, I think it might be this or whatever. Okay.
I see. Okay.
Cool. Your first fact is the first recorded instance of the area name Croydon was in the year 809. 809, wow. Crazy. And then was officially recorded in the 1086 Doomsday Book.
Which preceded the Doomsday Dish.
Very true. Feeling okay about that one? Just a fact that really.
It's just, it's not that interesting. It's like quite a dull fact.
Okay,
yeah, go on.
Harsh. The second fact, the first driverless trams in the UK were tested in Croydon and were later rolled out to other parts of London, Nottingham and Manchester.
Rolled out.
That's good.
That's funny, I like that.
That is good. Okay, again, just general fact.
I like the rolled out pun.
Fair enough.
That's all I got.
And the third one, the first international airport, that's been in the UK, that is, not just ever. I'm going to type it in the UK. I paraphrase. Was originally in Croydon, and multiple world record-breaking flights were set here by the world-famous Sir Alan Cobham. Big Cobbers. What do you reckon to
Croydon? Cobbers from Croydon is too perfect. Too many C's. It's spoiling the broth.
There's lots of C's in Croydon.
Okay, so we've got fact number 1, which is a bit boring because it had to have been named at some point. Was it in the year 809? Who really cares? First driverless trams. Exactly. It could have been 810. Like, well, what do I do with that? First driverless trams in the UK were tested in Croydon and later rolled out, wink, to other parts of London, Nottingham and Manchester. I don't think any live on in London, but I could be wrong. And the first international airport. Okay, I think the first one is so dull, you would not have thought of that.
Me.
That's just, you were searching for firsts. Right, yeah, that's what it is. You were searching for firsts in the theme, and you went back and you trawled Wikipedia, and you did Control F for the word first. And you were like, oh, that's a shit fact. But it's in the theme.
It's in the theme, okay.
Cross that one off. I think it's true, and I think that's how you got to it.
Okay.
That leaves me between... Oh, are you going to... Yeah, let's Monty Hall it.
No, Cole, I don't want a Monty Hall because it gives you a better chance.
Let's just test the theory.
Okay, tell you what, Cole, you can Monty Hall it,
first.
But you get half points if you get it right.
All right, deal. Yeah, I just want to experiment. Okay, so
okay.
to begin the Monty Hall, I need to guess which one is my actual answer. What I need to not do is guess which I think it isn't, so we swap with Monty Hall.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to guess
right
my
now,
actual
you
answer.
need to pick which one you think is correct. Is
I need
the
to
lie.
play it straight.
Yeah,
okay.
exactly.
I like the driverless trams one. I think that could be realistic.
Okay.
First international airport was originally in Croydon. Multiple world record. No. Let's get rid of that one.
Cobbers!
Let's get rid of big bad Cobbers. I think he's,
You're
past
removing Cobbers from the equation.
I think that is a
So
lie.
now what do I
yes.
do? What do I do here? If I'm
What
Monty
you do
Hall.
is you tell me one truth.
Mm-hmm.
So you tell me that the first recorded instance of the area named Croydon was in the year 0809 was a truth. And then you offer me to swap between the airport and driverless trams. Monty Hall, that's how you do it.
that's the producer in my ear, and I'm like, why is this my problem? I don't know how it works. Okay, so fuck me.
Tell me a
I've
truth
lost
of
it
your
again.
choice. Tell me a truth of your choice. We'll go through this step by
A
step.
truth of your choice. Oh, my choice. Fuck me. Monty Hall.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Monty Hall was a clever man.
Ladies and gentlemen, Monty.
Okay. So, a truth of my choice is the first recorded instance of the area named Croydon was in the year 809, then officially recorded in the 1086 Doomsday Book. So that is a truth.
Perfect.
Bosh.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, so now I'm Monty Hall.
Hey, how's it going? I'm Monty Hall. You're on my
Hello
game
there,
show.
Monty.
Would you shut the fuck up? I'm talking. Would you like to switch or do you want to stick, kid?
Switch from what to what, Monty Hall? I forgot.
So you've already locked in.
Which one did you lock in?
Airport, Cobbers.
Okay.
You've already locked in the first international airport in the UK being in Croydon with the big bad world famous Sir Alan Cobham. Would you like to stick with that being your lie or would you like to change?
I think I'll change Monty Hall because the odds actually increase from 33% to 50%.
Don't get
for
fucking
reasons.
smart with me, kid.
Sorry, Monty Hall.
Okay, so now you've selected driverless trams in the UK being your lie.
Yeah.
Okay, would you like to know the lie?
Yes, desperately. For half a point as well as that.
For half a point. You get half a point if you get this right. The lie is the first driverless trams in the UK were tested. It's right. Were tested in Croydon,
yes.
and were later rolled out to other parts of London, Nottingham, and Manchester. That's right. That's the lie. Monty Hall works.
God, you can see the maths in action. If we try this 100 times, I'm pretty sure I'd get it right. 100 of them because of the maths.
What? Okay, that's actually blown my mind that it worked in practice.
Yeah, I mean, if in all seriousness, if we had 99 truths and one lie, we'd get it right 99 times out of 100, I believe, in theory.
That's unbelievable.
So I think doing
that's
that,
worked.
my strike rate should be 50%.
Okay, but
doing that.
We're not Monty Halling it every time.
Why? It's fun.
No, because you've got a Monty Hall now. You got a Monty
give
Hall
me 99
win.
truths and one lie next week.
No, you want 99 truths.
Yeah, let's
Do
just
you know
really
how
like.
hard it is to make shitty Croydon? Did you figure out, by the way, that those were about Croydon in general? Because South Croydon's got fucking nothing going for it.
Right. South Croydon has got one SubPar Poddy C listener, so whoever you are, take a picture of yourself, tweet us in front of the South Croydon Wurzel Gummidge
Gazette.
Factory.
You think that they made Wurzel Gummages?
They
Do you
make
think he's a
Wurzel
sweet?
memorabilia. Yeah, they make memorabilia.
He does sound like a sweet, to be fair. Oh, Grandma, you got any Wurzels?
Yeah, I'll give you you can have a Gummidge.
I don't want a gummage from my grandma.
Gummidge my Wurzel.
Oh, God, that is your first ever half a point.
True. Okay.
There you go, yeah. That was... It's a weird place to listen from.
And it was for half a point.
Yeah, South Croydon, England. What a world, what a world. Bear in mind, guys, it does end at the Red Deer pub. I don't know.
It did.
It did.
ends
Don't know
at
what that place
was
is now.
the Red Deer Public House. Yeah, exactly.
Thank
That's
you,
Tony's Motors.
everybody, for listening to episode number 63 of the SubPar Poddy C. It has been brought to you by the absolutely incredible Rocket League Garage, also known as www.rocket-league.com. Cole, if next time you're in South Croydon, which app are you going to be using to look at what's in the item store?
I think I'm going to be ignoring my dad and using the Rocket League Garage app to trade up some items.
It's a great shout. It's a great shout, Cool Carl. I will also be doing the same. Thank you very much, guys,
Yeah.
for listening. Make sure you check out rocket-league.com. Go onto our Patreon if you want to become a Patreon and get these episodes a little bit earlier. And we will see you in episode number 64.
Let's delete the VOD so people have to pay.
Whoop, capitalism. Nice. That's a good ending.